Blunt podcast with Abby and Meg. We have a special guest this week, childhood hometown friend, Mr. Johnny.
How is everybody today?
Big fan of the podcast.
I listen to you guys while I'm at work, and it gives me a good laugh.
Yes.
I can imagine people around you seeing you like giggle at your phone, and it's like, what is he doing?
No, some days like I'm genuinely dying laughing out loud, and nobody said anything so far, but
I mean, whatever.
they'll never know what I'm talking about.
And your mom is also a big listener.
My mom is a constant listener. She listens every week.
Thanks, Kelly. We love you for that. We
That's
love
my
all the
favorite
support
part.
we can get. So me and Johnny met in high school, but I guess we could talk about how you guys met.
Yeah, so this is how I feel like everyone who comes on is how I met. Everyone. It was Meg's birthday party. And
The iconic party bus.
yes, that's literally how I met all of my friends now. And it was so fun. So Johnny has a twin, and the whole night I was fucked up, and I was like, you guys, I kept thinking they were the same person the whole night, and I would not believe them. And then finally I saw you standing next to each other, and I was like, no fucking way, there's two. And I kept being like, why does he look so different? Like, it was just...
It was so funny. In backstory, I've been best friends with Cass since kindergarten.
Yeah.
And so on this party bus, we were sitting next to each other, me and Cassie having a good time or whatever. And Abby just consistently throughout the night, I think asked maybe 3 times, she's like, are you guys sure you're not dating? Like, are you guys together?
I was like, you guys have a vibe going on.
And me and
Like,
Cassie were like, no.
I would not believe it. Like, I just refused the whole night. I was like, there's something going on with them.
No, just childhood best friends.
Yeah, but, so, do you guys have any, like, funny stories from, I'm trying to think of, like, all the times we went out together.
I'm trying to think of like recently. Me and Johnny have a really good one from high school. We got caught drinking.
Sophomore year.
Yeah, it was,
Homecoming.
okay, so let's walk him through. So it's sophomore year homecoming.
It was
Or your sophomore year, my junior year, because I was a year older, and we got like a party bus and
In high school?
yeah, it
Yeah,
was
we
like
would
that
do-
big.
so fun.
we would
You
do party
party-
buses.
Homecoming,
For everything.
like everything was
Damn.
party bus. Like if you weren't on a party bus, you weren't cool.
That's so
If you
weird.
didn't-
Like, we never had anything like that.
Oh yeah, party bus and.
But like
Did
it
we
was.
sneak alcohol into the party bus?
I don't think we drank
I'm
on the party
trying to
bus.
remember.
I don't think we did.
I don't think we did either. I don't.
Because
think
it
we
was
did.
one of those times where we were like younger.
It was
'Cause
like-
it was half and half. Like I was friends with your sister
Yeah.
and everyone, and so it was like y'all were older than us. There was a group of us younger, and we went to your house for the after party, and
So wait, we made a pit stop before the after party because one guy bought all the alcohol, and he showed up in his like homecoming with his boutonniere on, walks into the liquor store, doesn't get carded, bought all of the alcohol, and we're like, how the fuck did he not get carded? Anyway, my parents said going back, if I would have just asked, none of this would have happened. But it's because I just didn't even like ask, and we were just trying to be slick and hide it, and so we had like a finished basement, and it
I
was
just
finished
vividly
at the time.
remember someone pushing all of the liquor and all of the beer like through the little
window.
in the basement where like the storm drain
So
was
before
at.
this happens, my parents are like asking me to come upstairs, and I'm hammered, and I can tell that I smell like alcohol too. So I'm like shoving chips in my mouth while I'm trying to like
And like we weren't
while I'm-
there for very long before they
No.
caught on. Like they weren't stupid. Your parents.
they
weren't
could
stupid.
hear us. They could hear us talking about the alcohol from downstairs. We were just being loud, and they.
Who wants to take shots?
Yeah.
It's like, guys.
So then it gets to the point where my parents are just pissed, and they walk downstairs and they're gonna bust it, and the boys are throwing all the alcohol outside the window, and my parents make us all come upstairs, sit down, and they're like, all of you have to call your parents right now. And they made everybody's parents come and pick them up.
Yep.
And leave.
That's so extra.
It was so extra and so embarrassing, and it was really just because we lied. I
Yeah.
mean, like my senior year, I was able to have people over and we would drink, and it was no issue. But also, we were like 13 and 14.
I was gonna say, that's like we're like young.
Okay, we were like 16,
Okay,
17.
Yeah, 15, 16, some 17-year-olds.
Yeah, 'cause I can
so.
drive.
I couldn't drive either.
Couldn't drive
That's why we had a party bus.
Oh, that's so funny.
It's a classic, good story, honestly. to
Yeah,
look back on.
Busted. We laugh about it all the time now because, with our parents too, because it's just like the funniest.
Because they're just like, why didn't you just like tell us what was going on?
Because we were dumb. We like didn't want to get in trouble, even though we got in way more trouble anyway.
That's so funny.
Did you ever get caught drinking at like a dance or anything? That was the only time I
We
ever did.
never like drank going to like dances or anything.
No way.
Yeah, like I remember my junior year, a bunch of the senior guys did, and we were all like, "You're so dumb." Like, and I don't know. I think
What
we
about
were just
after?
like having fun on our own. We had after prom always, and everyone went to it till like 5 a.m. So
What's after prom?
so after prom is like something.
Is that a Maryville thing?
No, it's
Maybe
like
it's kind of like what we did for graduation.
So, as soon as prom's over, you have like an hour to go home and change and everything, and then you come straight back to like the high school or the middle school, and then they have like bouncy houses, and they have a hypnotist and like all these different like games and shit and like food, and it's basically just to prevent everyone from going and drinking after. And like if you leave early, your parents have to check you out, or it ends at 5, and everyone like at 5 a.m. everyone would be too tired to go do that shit anyway. So then that's when it ends.
Yeah, we did not have that.
I
We
don't-
did
I
after
don't think that
graduation.
everyone-
We had like after grad that like was paid for,
Mm-hmm.
and you could go, but we all went and got drunk.
I would say we wouldn't really like drink before the dance. It was just after thing. Hey.
The next 2 years I was drinking on the party bus before the dance.
That's so fun.
But that was like
Really?
prom. I feel like
They,
prom's
like,
a little different. Like
threatened
I
to
remember
have
sneaking a
breathalyzers.
flask in.
Well, I went to private high school, and
Oh, yeah.
so we got locked in to our dances. We couldn't leave. Like
Wait,
you literally
oh.
couldn't leave.
That's how after prom was for us.
And
I think
so
prom maybe too.
everyone was like, "Oh, scared to like drink before." But
Wait, so
then
where'd you
there
go
was
to high school?
drunk. I went to Rockhurst.
Oh,
Yeah, I
for
went to
some
the all
reason didn't put
boys
that together.
private school here in KC.
Yeah, we went to
That's
school
bougie.
together, and then we went there freshman year, right?
I went there all of high school.
Yeah, all of high school,
Mhm.
but we like they still.
But I grew up with
dances and stuff.
everyone.
I was gonna say you
And
lived in the
lived
same
in-
neighborhood
and lived
in the
as
same
us,
neighborhood.
Yeah,
and so
and we grew up in the
We
same neighborhood
lived in the same neighborhood, and then his like
until
Stonegate.
senior year.
We
or
lived in
not
Stonegate,
senior.
and Stonegate used to be the shit. So if you lived in Stonegate, you were cool.
You were cool, and we would always all just like hang out at the park or like go to the pool, like
that's
doing
so
hood rat
funny.
shit.
just like the neighborhood kids, like back at it.
And then Creekmore became a neighborhood, and then Creekmore's now
Oh,
the shit.
is that the one you guys live in?
That's
now?
the one that him and Cassie
Oh,
live in.
okay.
Yeah.
Wait, and Riley lives there too, right?
Riley lives
Okay.
there.
So on your going away party, we went in there and I was like, what is this place? Like, this is so bougie. And
It's a maze.
oh my god, it was so confusing. And Kat's like, I live right down that street. And then we like turn around and she's like, right down that one. And I'm like, we're in the same place. Like, I'm so confused where we're at right now. And but that's another story. Is we had your going away party. I can't really think of any memorable stuff. Like, I mean, it was like really fun, but there wasn't anything crazy that happened except Cass smacking that guy across the face.
Oh my god, yeah, I forgot that she did
Oh,
that. That was a fun night though. Your going away party was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, right
I'm
before I
trying to remember
moved.
everything we did. What did we do that night? Did we just go to PBR?
I think
I think
we
we
just went
just
to
went to
PBR. You know, the classic, great.
Go to
Good old
place.
time.
Great place.
I always have to go back there when I'm in town.
I know. I think tomorrow you're going there.
I'll be there tomorrow for New Year's Eve.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get into our New Year's plans, but so that goes into Johnny had a going away party because he moved to Dallas. He left us.
Yes, he did leave
I was
us.
gonna say, tell us about Dallas. What
Mhm.
what
So-
brought you there?
So I went to Arkansas for college, and a lot of people were from the Dallas area, and I knew I didn't really want to move back to Kansas City. I want to do something different. Never really been on my own before, like with a twin. We never lived apart.
Oh yeah.
And I got a good job opportunity down there, and so I was like, let's go for it and go. And I moved in with like a mutual friend. I barely knew this guy before we moved to Dallas, and we went apartment shopping one weekend over the summer. Literally the first time we really ever like met, and we were in a car.
Was it like awkward or was it totally fine?
Is it like somebody you have mutual friends with?
It was somebody I had mutual friends with, and we're both very sociable.
Yeah.
He's a club promoter in Dallas, so like
Okay.
if that tells you the personality of who he is, and I'm also super sociable. I do sales, but
Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering. I didn't even know what you did for work.
I do engineering sales. Yeah. So
Dang.
And you look like
time.
you're living the life in Dallas.
And I'm living the life in Dallas. It's so much fun. There's always so much to do. And then like with Grayson, like the club promoter roommate, he's always getting us into something. I swear.
I know. I bet that's so fun.
It is
Yeah.
really fun.
Does he
What's,
like
like, your
doing
favorite-
club promoting?
I think he really does enjoy his job. It's an interesting gimmick he's got going on.
How
Like
can people get into that?
Yeah.
Like, how do you get that job? Do you know?
I do. It's a whole story. So he was a social chair at Arkansas, and then when he was planning stuff in Dallas, he met people in the business there, and
Just from
he
like
stayed.
planning a frat formal or something.
Yes,
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
and
It's all about networking.
Mm-hmm.
Grayson planned this whole big thing in Arkansas. It's called Row. It's our biggest event of the year. We
Oh, cool.
had Flo Rida perform, and Grayson had T-Pain perform
Yeah.
this past year, and so
That's insane.
these people followed him through that process and gave him a job. So that's what he's doing there, and they're always finding some fun stuff for us to do in Dallas. Like one night he's like, it was a Thursday night, so I had to work on Friday. Had to be at work at 8 a.m. The classic. Let's go to a rave. Okay, why not? Let's go. It's Thursday night. Let's go.
Why not work tomorrow?
Well, you can all imagine how that went, and yeah, I ended
Hungover
up.
at work the next day.
Oh, I ended up just calling my boss and saying I was working from home that day.
Oh, at least you could do that.
At least I can do that, and I was the worst employee that day ever.
Wait, that reminds me of a story of our night where it was a hot country night. You and me were together. I think we were the only two out. Like there wasn't a whole big group of us. Like Meg wasn't out. You weren't out that time. I showed up late to work.
I know
No,
what
but
story
I knew
you're
you
were
telling.
Yes.
I was
So
not out.
It was a very
Johnny,
small group.
We were. I think you were with Riley, and
I
that's
think
how
I
I
was
got with you guys.
I was with Riley, and not very many of us. Like
No, and I remember you were just like, and I was hung up on a boy being stupid, and you were like, just get drunk, and so I slammed like 3 like Deep Eddy's waters real quick, and I was like, fuck it, I'm going hard.
like real fast.
And it was-
waters will get you.
It was way too fast, and I remember being like, Johnny is my bad influence, and that.
I've been getting that a lot recently.
I got taken home by Colin Abersole, and
Oh, I think I was there and I left early
really?
because we worked the next day. Because
I wish you would have drugged me out.
No, that wasn't a night where we pre-gamed at Matthews.
Oh.
It was just me and Riley and
Oh, then I wasn't out.
Katie.
Wait, I think you had what's her name? Milena. I think that was the night you had her with you.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
you
yeah,
guys
yeah.
left early.
Yeah, we did leave early.
Because I remember what I was wearing, this like little silk top, and I have a picture with her in it.
Yeah.
That's what I remember.
But that night was so funny because Abby went off the rails so fast, and
That's what happens to me. I think I'm so fine, and so then I'm like, fuck, I need to get drunk with everyone, and then I go so fast, and I'm just like, it's like way too late before you even realize you're drunk. And next morning, I wake up on my bathroom floor at 10:30, and
I'm like,
so like
I'm like
10
tracking
calls from
it.
Meg.
Yeah, because this was when me and Abby had our corporate job, which corporate, there's 10 people on the
I
corporate
had
side, so if you're missing, they're gonna fucking know that you're not at your desk. Like,
They
I
know.
also
we all just
had
sit there.
my 3-month meeting 2 days before, and they told me I wasn't allowed to be hungover at work anymore. And I just told them how I was gonna take it more serious. And then I did that, and I was like 2 hours late.
My boss had the
I was crying
audacity to
downstairs.
tell Abby that she has to earn her way to be hungover at work, and that I had earned my way to be
Yeah.
hungover at work.
And that was when I was like, hey, fuck this guy. I'm not working for you anymore.
being hungover in corporate America is a ball. It's not fun, but you gotta do what you gotta do because
And
You gotta do
We're,
yourself
we're
right.
out now. We're out.
I can
now.
work
I was
from
gonna
home
say,
now. So
peace out to corporate.
See, they wouldn't let us do that.
it's a new thing that my company like kind of
It's cool.
is okay with.
Yeah.
My bosses.
I
chill
feel like
out
with
it,
COVID,
so.
a lot of companies have like got more comfortable with it. I
It
used to
should
work
be.
from
If
home
I can
one
do this,
time.
yeah.
I asked to work from home the day after the 4th of July so I could stay at the lake with my family.
Right.
And I was like, I'll just work from the lake the next day and drive home that night. And
Sorry, the homeless people outside my apartment are screaming at each other.
screaming.
I heard, I hope you get hit by a car.
I also heard
They're
that.
in the street, like, about to scrap.
I hope they do. I would love. We can take the video and add it.
Oh my god.
That
Sorry,
was so
guys.
Okay. Well, this is just a personal question. Like, what are your favorite bars in Dallas?
Oh yeah.
So Dallas, the best thing about Dallas is any vibe you're looking for, they have. It's all over the place, but
Which we don't really necessarily have here. I feel like you have like a few like big ones,
Right.
but not.
right, and then
Not on the scale that Dallas. I feel
Yeah,
like
no,
is.
I mean, I feel like ours are pretty like few and far between.
my top favorite bar, and you can ask all my friends, they will tell you I love this place. It's called Greenlight Social, and it's a club. Like
You show me
are in
pictures
the
of this
club,
place. It was
and
cute.
it's a fist pump ball, and it's a great time.
You
But then
should.
also the best thing about that place is it has two sides. So
Okay.
if you don't want to be in the club all crazy wild, don't know what's going on, you go to the other side where there's just like a bar and you can hang out.
Oh,
And then in
those
the
are my
summer-
favorite kind of
We
Yes.
bars.
need a bar like that.
Well, and then in the summer, like the patio is open, and that's where we always go get our drinks. We go get our drinks out on the patio, chill for a little bit, and then go back inside and fist bump.
So
Do you want-
is it nice everywhere? Like right now, is it nice in Dallas still? Like, can you sit on a patio?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
But it's cold. Like it gets
it, like,
just as cold
60?
as here. No, I mean it gets down to like 40,
Oh, okay.
like 35.
Yeah, but it gets to 0 here.
But it doesn't get that cold here. It doesn't snow there,
Okay.
which is
I
awesome.
feel like I wouldn't have as bad seasonal depression, but maybe.
We're going
But
for
we also
spring
don't
break
have-
and staying with him if you want to come.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So-
Me and Tori are also planning a trip. We haven't told you yet, but we're gonna come to Dallas.
Yes, you are.
I
And that's a ball.
texted him. I was like having a spiral a few weeks ago, and I was like, "Tell me about Dallas. I want to move to Dallas."
I know, same. Wait, should we move to Dallas?
No, I'm like really considering. I would. Really
He
think about
keeps
it.
like convincing me, and I'm like, he's like, Meg, you'd love Dallas. I'm like, okay, well,
So
I'll come for
Green Light?
spring break, and
Oh my
then
gosh.
I
Spring break.
will
Okay, text me
Yeah,
the
feel
dates
it
of
out.
that.
tour. the
Spring break
place.
is such a weird term because it's like we don't have spring break
Well,
anymore.
for
but, like,
Cassie's
who is
spring
spring
break.
break?
We're creating ourselves a
Yeah.
spring break
Okay, I'm down.
right now.
So Greenlight is always a go-to spot, and then recently there's this bar called Christie's that we've been going to. That's really fun. Like they have lots of TVs for games that we can go watch, and then they have like a rooftop that's pretty cool.
Damn,
Um,
that's what I need in life.
yeah,
I just
it's
want to be
a
outside.
good time. You can be outside all the time in Dallas. It's awesome.
You know, that's only
Great food, also
Really?
everywhere.
Except
Everywhere has
the
great
barbecue.
food.
Okay, how would you say their prices are in comparison to here? Is it pretty similar or is it way more expensive?
It's definitely a little bit more expensive
Okay.
for sure.
Which I mean, like it's a way bigger city, so I would expect that. But
Like if I go
If
out,
we get a big group,
and
we can
get-
get a house.
that's what I was thinking.
if I if I
Like,
go
should
out
we get a
and
house?
Zillow.
shit in Dallas.
I know it's gonna be everything. I was looking at the prices of rent. It was like 600 square foot for like 2,100.
Is it cheaper?
Yeah,
if you
one
add
bed.
rooms?
One bed is.
Like it's. I feel like it's
Me
in
and
Kansas
Tori and Nancy
City.
were looking, and then
I mean, if I'm comparing like my
every-
rent to my twins' rent here, it's really comparable. But
Oh,
his
really?
apartment is bigger and newer.
and is it closer or is yours like in comparison?
So I'm like 8 minutes from anywhere I need to be. But then there's
Okay.
also so many spots I can walk.
yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, that's
Oh.
sweet. I was gonna
It
say,
has
do you
lots
drive?
of little neighborhoods. I drive to work because I work out of the city.
Okay.
But it's like
But when
20
you're in the
minutes.
city, you know.
So like, how far is like your
Uber
favorite
everywhere.
bar?
10 minutes away.
Okay.
But it's just on the other side, kind of.
Like
of
up
the city.
downtown.
Yeah, so I live in Uptown, and it's in like Deep Elm. It's
Okay.
the east side of Dallas, and it's like where there's a bunch of clubs and.
Interesting. So is that like our Westport kind of, or like our downtown, or is it even comparable really? I try to make
It's
everything
not
relative
comparable.
to me.
It's not comparable. That's why I liked moving away from Kansas City. It's a little bit. It's
It's so
different.
different.
It's so different, but at the same time, I love coming back here and
Yeah,
getting to see everybody and.
that makes sense. It's nice
Do the
like when you come
classics.
home and like still have like can still make fun memories, and
Yes.
if I go home it's depressing.
Oh, we plan our like schedule around when Johnny comes home. He's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'll be home this date through this date.
It's like
And
so
we're say
rage.
this, we're gonna
Let me
go
save
out.
up.
I'm also right. I'm also always one of those people that everyone calls us like, so what are we doing tonight? Like, what are we doing this weekend? And I'm always the person
Like,
with the
am I the
game.
planner?
That's
plan.
where we.
I am.
That's
the
what
planner.
we have in common is we are the planners, and you know that because I think you've texted me one time and you're like, so what's the plan? Because I know you already have the plans made.
It was when I was home the week before Halloween
We're the
for
planners.
my mom's birthday,
Yes.
and I was like, what are we doing this weekend? To you, because
Yeah.
Cassie doesn't know.
No, she
And-
never knows. She's just along for the ride.
That's
We're both the
That's what I
planners.
appreciate about Meg. I can text her and I'm like, okay, what's going on? Which I don't think
I just
about
need to
as
know
much
the
anymore,
vibe of
but-
what everybody's down for, and I'll plan our whole night.
Same.
Yeah.
I'll
Same.
give you an itinerary, timestamp by timestamp if you want.
But then also the really cool thing about Dallas is if you want to get like country, you can do it.
That's
It's
what
Texas.
No, see, that's what I want. I want to go find me like a Texas man, like a man who lives on a ranch. He doesn't even live in the city.
Dallas isn't the spot for you then, but
I know. I was
Texas.
like looking at like Fort Worth, and I was like, damn. But it's like way slower, like life there, I think. Or is it not
no,
bad?
Fort Worth is also
Damn.
popping. Like it's
Everyone
a
on
big
TikTok
city.
was
It's
like-
a good ass time.
Everyone on TikTok was like nothing to do in Fort Worth, and I was like, damn, I want to go to Fort
There's
Worth.
a lot to do in Fort Worth, and it's also a really good time.
Yeah, I know. You just gotta get in the bar industry with me, and then we can.
I'm starting.
Mm.
I'm really liking serving.
Yeah, no, and so I've been checking out all the bars. There are the different options I can move to, but
Let's go be
obviously
Wild Girl somewhere.
we have long-term leases for a while, so
Yeah, but after it'd be a good time to
Yeah.
like we just save.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to do right now. But
Saving is so hard at our age,
The other thing
especially
you
with
can
our
do-
3 lifestyles.
the other thing-
oh my god,
Yeah.
yeah.
The other thing we
I
can
went
do
to-
is you can live in an Airbnb for up to 3 months.
Yeah, but that
Mm,
costs so much.
I did
Isn't it
that
expensive?
during my intern
Yes.
summer.
Yeah.
I lived in an Airbnb,
It's like twice as much as
and
Robbie.
it was so expensive,
Oh, not
so
worth it.
expensive. I did
Even
10
just to
weeks and
like,
it was
even
so
just to like find a place,
pretty
it's cheaper to just
expensive.
fly out there, find a place over the weekend.
Well, you gotta think you're paying that person's mortgage for them.
Well, that's why you have friends like me that you can
Stay for
with.
free. Thank God.
But you say your roommate's name is Grace, and I'll hit him up. Hey, can I sleep in your room with you?
He'd love that.
No, that reminds me. So I went out 2 nights ago. We went to Top Golf, and then we went to Uptown, and I think I spent like $180, and I was like,
Top Golf will get you,
oh my god, I spent like $70 at Top Golf, and then
but it's so fun.
Top
it was
Golf's
so
fun. I
fun.
think
And
it's
we had a
worth
group of like 30 of us that I work with because it was one of our friends going away parties, and so it was so fun. But I was just like, holy shit, I did not need to spend all that money. I was already stressing about rent, and then I'm like, it was just a lot. And we get there, and I'm like, okay, let's get a round of shots, and then
Doesn't help that we're in a recession right now either.
yeah. And this has been my slowest month of work so far, and so it's just like
Because everyone's gone for the
everything
holidays.
is building
and stuff.
up. Yeah,
That's cool.
and then Christmas presents for everyone. I was in like 4 Secret Santas.
I had to literally say no to a Secret Santa because I was like,
I almost said no to ours, but then I was like,
I
I mean,
could've.
I was so
Better than
jealous
that.
of y'all's. I wanted to be at it so bad, but you
I
know,
wanted to be at the
Can't. I don't live
12
here.
bars of charity.
Well, maybe this time next year we'll all be in Dallas, and then
I seriously
Connor
want to.
can't be in it.
Connor won't be there, but
Does he come down to you? Has he come down yet?
he's come down twice.
Oh.
So it's always ball. And all of our friends from college are in Dallas.
I was gonna
And
say,
so
it
that
seems like you like
keeps
know a
it-
ton of people already.
because of Arkansas, everyone is from
That is so
the
weird too, 'cause I
area.
don't know anyone who moved to Dallas, like from Mizzou. Maybe
I've met a
people.
ton of people from Mizzou. Like
Right.
everyone that I've met in Dallas is not from Dallas and is ready to meet new people and
'Cause
just have a
Don't
ball
they
and
say
everyone's
Dallas
super
is
nice.
like the city for like 20-year-olds?
I
like,
I was
come
gonna
and
say,
find
I feel like
themselves,
Dallas
feel
and
like.
I would
Austin are
believe
the
it.
2 biggest like where people are going. I know a lot of people, girls from my sorority went to Austin, and then same with Dallas.
Austin is also such a ball, such a fun city.
I know my best friend lives in Austin, and so I was thinking about it for a while. going to
Texas road
Austin.
trip. Just
I know.
go
No,
through it all.
I literally was like, I'll fly down to Detroit. We can drive up to Dallas. And she's like, that's a far drive. I'm like, it's 3 hours. That's how far we drove to school. Literally, like every weekend we would drive home and shit.
Is Tori from Maryville?
No, she's from Sweet Springs, halfway between Kansas City and
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's literally like a town of like 300
Did you guys
people.
meet at school?
Mm-hmm. We randomly, me and my best friend needed 2 roommates, and then her and her best friend needed 2 roommates. And we were like, hey, let's move in together. And I had never even met them before I moved in. And I was like, You guys seem weird. And then I ended there, like, my best friends now, we all have matching tattoos.
That
And,
was so fun.
yeah.
Sometimes the random roommate thing can really work out.
I had a really
For
bad
us-
experience
for
with it
us
my
it
sophomore
has.
year, but
It did not work out for me.
I was gonna say I did that my sophomore year in our sorority house, and I actually have the girl still blocked to this day.
My
Right.
freshman year roommate moved out by Thanksgiving break, the first semester. And the thing is before Thanksgiving break, I had sat her down and was like, I will move out that semester if you want me to. And she's like, no, we're best friends. I come back home from Thanksgiving break, and she had her whole room packed up
That's funny.
and had moved
That's
out.
awkward.
Is there another?
It worked out. I'll take one. Guys, we have a beer fridge. We're at my apartment, if you're
I've
wondering
been
the scenery.
babysitting.
Okay.
That's a white
That's
claw.
embarrassing.
Do you want a white claw?
Sorry.
Sorry, it's
Oh, I've been babysitting.
Oh, okay. We're in my apartment.
Yeah,
Switching up the vibes here.
I like it. It's very cozy here and very like cute.
And comfy. We're working on the
Y'all have a
maintenance
good place
too.
for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, and it's very big for being
Very spacious.
where-
I just love the space. Oh my gosh. Compared to my last place, like, you could hear everything that's going on in the living room, and you could hear everything going on in each other's bedrooms. So. You do not want to be hearing that.
Yeah, we've talked about that so many times. You're like, and I had to listen to it all.
All of it.
That's
all of
it. That's the thing about my place in Dallas
Is it like that?
it's very small,
How many square feet
We
do you have,
can-
do you know?
less than 1,100. I think it's like
Okay.
1,096 square feet.
My first apartment in
Small.
KC was 950, and so then I moved into one that's like probably 13 with my sister, 12, and I was like, I don't know how I filled the whole fucking space up though. I did. It was packed.
Yeah, your old space was
I didn't know how I was gonna
huge.
downsize to
Yeah.
with splitting with two people, but
I like your new place though.
no, I love it. And so my sister's all about the view, so we were looking at Dallas places, and she's like sending all the ones that are in the middle of the city, and I'm like, please look how much that costs because you're delusional if you think we could afford that ever.
The thing is that I've been told down there is you're gonna meet someone that has a bigger and nicer apartment than you and probably pay less because the market is so crazy down there.
It's
and
so up and down.
It's so true because
I've been seeing
every
that.
apartment I've been to I like more than mine, and I'm like, why?
Well, I've seen that at least with Austin because there's some like TikTok influencers
Well,
that
Austin
have been
is
very
outrageous.
open about
Yeah,
like
no,
how
that's
their
why I
rent
was looking
rate
at
like
Dallas.
tripled sometimes. Like,
I mean, I feel like they're probably comparable, but like my best friend lives probably 25 minutes from downtown, and she pays for a one bedroom, I think 17, like insane.
Yeah.
And it's like she's not even close.
are they
to
making?
anything.
Or do people in Dallas make more though? Like, is it balancing out?
I
Like
don't know.
compared
Like,
to Kansas City.
I mean, Tori wasn't making that much more than us. Like, she-
Oh, so
Me and
no.
Connor get paid the same.
So no.
and yours.
We're both engineers.
Oh yeah.
So.
And your apartment, is it like the same as his, or a little more expensive?
Mine is the same price, but his is bigger.
Okay.
His is
Yeah, which
1,300
makes sense.
square feet.
Yeah. And does he have a roommate?
He does.
Mhm.
Okay.
Or like his roommate.
I haven't been.
Yeah,
down.
Connor's
Oh
is
yeah,
nice.
yeah, I know where he
It's
lives.
like down the
at.
street from
Yeah,
you.
yeah. I know. I always forget that.
But,
Okay. The next topic we wanted to go on to was an alcohol you can't drink anymore and why. Do you guys have a
I do.
specific one in your head?
One comes directly to mind. for me.
Okay, mine is UV blue.
Yes.
That was mine too.
Is that yours? Is that all of ours?
Well, I have another one that's like more specific, but UV blue is the first thing I ever
UV
drank, and I never drank it since.
UV blue destroyed me. I was my senior year of high school, and I was visiting. So my best friend was a year older than me, so she was in college. So like went to go see her, and we went to a frat party. No, yeah, we went to a frat party. And when I tell you,
And you
we
drank UV
drank-
blue at the frat party?
So we went to Sonic and got Route 44 Ocean Waters.
Dude,
That
that's
is a high school thing.
Drank half of it. Well, because then we could take it with us. Drank half of it. Poured the rest.
Yeah, but like I
We
feel like
split a bottle of UV blue.
at a frat
and we went-
party,
in half.
you're getting like 4 Locos handed to you and stuff. That's what I pictured. Not was
We
she
were-
Northwest?
No, she went to UCM.
Oh, okay, but still a smaller school. Like
Smaller
where
school.
frat life is a little different. I feel like.
And I just
Were you in
remember
frat?
being at the baseball house, and I had to go outside, and I'm like hanging between two cars, like vomiting my guts out, and some guy comes out and they're like, "Is she good?" And Maddie's like, "Yeah, she's fine." So I'm just like projectile vomiting. We went home
Yeah.
and I just will never drink it again after that. My vomit was like green. It was disgusting.
No, mine was summer before sophomore year, 4th of July.
College?
High school.
High school?
And we all parked our cars in the middle of the cornfield, and we walked half a mile to the river, and we were in the river, and it's like shallow. It's like only like a foot deep, so you can walk in it, you can lay in it, you can have beer pong tables, and I drank almost a full bottle of UV Blue, and I just remember we have half a mile to walk back to the trucks, and we have to sober up before the fireworks, where we see all of our parents. Not my parents, but my boyfriends and like all theirs. And so the whole way back to the truck, I'm just like blue vomit, like every 5 steps, like all the way back to the car, half a mile. And yeah.
Do people
That'll do it.
casually drink UV Blue?
I hope
Or
not.
My
I hope
ex's
not.
mom like does, and I'm like, who raised
What
you?
does she mix it with?
Ooh.
Sprite, I think. She drinks. Oh wait, actually,
That's
I'm thinking
disgusting.
about Pink Kinky. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking
That's
Kinky.
also
Kinky.
bad.
It's like the same though. That's like the same in my
I feel
head
like-
for some reason.
Because there's a blue kinky.
Yeah.
So you
And I feel like they taste like similar, but
I
maybe
think they're
not.
both
The
blue raz.
raspberry.
Yeah.
I
I
can't-
love blue raspberry though. That's like my favorite flavor of everything.
I can't do any blue raspberry flavored anything after
It's like
UV
scarred
Blue.
you that bad.
It has.
So what was your story?
Sophomore year of high school, we went to I never bought alcohol before, and so my cousin bought us a case of Natty Light and a handle of UV Blue, and the cops came to this party. The only thing I rationally thought to do was grab the handle of UV Blue, and that night I drank like half of the handle. Like I never drank before. Like
Oh fuck! So
I
you
drank
blacked
half the
out.
handle, blacked out, whatever. Woke up the next morning, my dad had to come pick us up, like we couldn't drive. And he knew I was so hungover. Like,
Probably
he could
like-
just
you
tell
see,
in
you
the
smell
I
face.
did
like
not
it. You
get
definitely
hungover.
smell
Smell
like
like UV
it.
Blue.
Yeah.
And he made us go to Hardee's for breakfast, like some nasty, greasy thing. And I
Maybe that was
projectile
helping.
vomited blue all over the highway, like,
Oh my god!
everywhere.
With your dad driving?
oh yeah. I told my dad. And I've never
That's so funny.
drank UV Blue or
Sis.
wanted anything blue raz ever since then. It was so bad. But Fireball also, I feel like, is a horror story.
A lot of
but
people
I've
have
recently started to like it again.
I'm the same way, but I only like
I'm a little out
Fireball.
on it
I
right
only
now.
like it when it's cold. Like if I'm
Oh.
if I'm tailgating a Chiefs game, if it's cold outside, because I feel like it warms me up. I'm like,
Well, you know why it warms you up? It's because it has an antifreeze ingredient in it.
Shut up.
you're kidding.
Well, but no liquors freeze. Or are you saying it's just
No,
like Fireball itself?
Antifreeze, what you
Like
What
put
you
on
put
your
in your
car,
car?
like in your car to make shit not freeze.
That's scary.
An ingredient in
Fireball.
Fireball is also an ingredient in antifreeze.
That's crazy.
So I like can't really do Fireball. Like I'll take a few occasional shots, but my favorite bar in college had $1 Fireball shots. So I would order a drink and I'd
Wow.
order 3 Fireball shots and just like rip them, and then you drink your drink, and then next round same thing. Like it was so bad. And so, but my other one we talked about in another episode is Screwball, because
Oh, yeah.
I did my
love Screwball.
I did my last 10 shots of my shot party with Screwball. And so I don't even remember doing it, but I still smell it and just think vomiting.
I like Screwball.
But I don't really like peanut butter anymore either, so that kind of changes things.
That I feel like I
Yeah.
can see why you don't
Yeah.
like peanut butter.
But yeah, I think that had a correlation. COVID made peanut butter taste bad, but I don't know.
Unpopular opinion, you should try this. I learned this from some crazy girls I met in Dallas. Milk mixed with Fireball is a great shot.
Okay, I could.
Okay, well,
Does
it
it
kind of makes
curdle?
sense because
Well, now if you
rum
just
chata
kill
and
it.
Fireball's good, but I would.
Oh yeah.
I don't drink milk.
I don't drink milk either.
milk and Fireball. Don't knock it till you try it.
Oh, so this is funny. On our last episode, we say that guys who drink milk are a red flag.
Mm.
And my best friend's older brother texted me and was like, absolutely terrible opinion. And I said, Doug, you're 30 and you're single, so maybe it's true.
Probably because you drink milk.
Stop drinking
Do you
milk.
drink milk?
No, I don't drink milk. But I mean, every once in a while, if I have like a cookie, I'm like,
Okay.
milk would be great to wash this down with. But like, I don't have a glass of milk at.
That's
dinner.
justified. That's justified.
My ex
There's
was
people-
pour like a huge glass of
No,
milk.
there's
I should've
people that like
broken a bone.
Get your
religiously
bones
drink
strong.
milk.
I've never broken a bone. I haven't drank milk since like 4th grade.
I think that's a myth.
I
I mean, I'm
wouldn't-
sure it
I
does
don't-
have vitamin
Naturally.
D in it, and it is, but like milk's just not good for you. It causes
I have-
acne.
I have genuinely like no.
Causes
opinion on
hormonal
this.
acne.
But it does affect my acne if I like eat too much cheese or drink too much milk. Well, not milk. I don't
You're
drink.
not
I think that's a
supposed to
girl
drink it.
thing though. Like
No, it definitely
for-
is. It's so up and down with like, but
for-
it does give you worse acne.
Milk gives you.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not a milk guy, but I don't have anything against
But you're
milk
not-
for
you're
anyone.
not gonna diss
like,
on
I
people.
don't diss on people for drinking milk.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Other
fair.
things, yeah. UV blue. I'll disown you for drinking UV blue.
Yeah, I can't do that one.
What was like your guys' like favorite alcohol in high school though?
Oh, I
In
was
high
a,
school.
I had a real shock.
I mean, when you first started drinking.
I had a real awakening because I drank Four Locos. So it's like, oh, they get you drunk, like perfect. And
So you're
when I
saying-
came my freshman year, I had just gotten into my sorority, and like the older girls had like invited me over, and they're like, hey, we're going to the liquor store, like we'll get you whatever you want to drink, like just text me and let me know what you want. And I was like, oh, I want Four Loko.
I need a 4
Ooh, I'm so thirsty.
assuming that it was just like normal. And so then I get there to the pregame to show up, and they hand me the Four Loko, and they're like, it is insane that you asked for that. They're like, nobody in their right mind drinks Four Locos. I'm like confused, like what?
Well, so
It gets you drunk, and they were like, we got you it for this time, but do not ever ask me to buy you a Four Loko again.
So Darcy, I don't know if you follow her. She's a TikToker. She is like an influencer. She always drinks Four Loko. It pops up on my For You page.
You'll have to
She
send
goes
me
to
her
Alabama.
You'll have to send me her.
She
stuff.
did a Four Loko review the other day of which was her favorite flavor. And it
Please
was
tell
like-
me it wasn't the gold one.
No. She just got sent like Four Loko sent her flavors, and she was like
oh no shit.
like telling which one
Four
she liked.
Loko, hit us up.
I would drink.
UV blue.
I'll drink.
Hit us up.
I'll drink.
No.
I will drink every single Four Loko.
I would drink
on a
I
pod
don't know.
if you send them to us for free.
I never really had like a boy. I have one Four Loko experience. So my freshman year, the frat that all my best friends are in at Mizzou was aggro, which is funny because at Northwest it's a different vibe. But they throw a huge jardy and they make a shit ton of crawfish and like have these huge tables that they put crawfish on. It's like the biggest jardy we have of the year really, and the alcohol they supplied was gold Four Locos, so I'm like double fisting. Yeah, it was.
They supplied gold.
Gold
Four
Four
Locos.
Locos.
No, so I'm double fisting. I've never told this story, but I don't remember leaving the party, but my ex-boyfriend was driving down the street and saw me like smacking against the fence along our like main drive.
So you didn't run home that night.
I walked.
With shoes on.
Well, no, this
Were
is
your
during,
shoes on?
this is like 4 o'clock. Like this
Oh,
isn't even
okay.
late. Like it's sunny, and I'm like just like smacking against the fence. He sees me, calls me. I'm like, I'm fine. Leave me alone. And I get home. I fall asleep in the shower on the floor, butt ass naked. 2 girls go and get my roommate, and they're like, Abby's asleep in the shower. She's laying there and she's naked. Everyone can see it. So Alex gets me out of the shower, and then there's a picture of me just like on my stomach, like arms out, butt ass naked, sleeping on my floor, on my dorm floor.
Yeah.
And then I woke up and I went out like 2 hours later.
Four Locos will do that.
Yeah.
It was one of my best like experiences, so I won't knock them anymore.
I have a good Four Locos story too. It's not like that. Freshman year at Arkansas, we would have Four Loko Fridays in my dorm room. So me and my twin would
Should we
invite
start
our
that
friends
again?
over, and we would
Four Loko
all have
Fridays, I'd be down.
Four Locos on Friday before who knows what shenanigans we got into. But
Ugh.
Four Loko Friday was a time and a half. And then
I said we
senior
should start
year,
that. I literally work every Friday.
Yeah,
And
let's
Matt
start
always
that.
join a blackout
Abby-
to work.
Abby drinks
I
a
just
whole
had
Four
Four
Loko.
well, and then senior year of college, we were like, we need to have a memorable like Four Loko Friday in honor of our freshman year
Yeah.
selves. None of us could drink the Four Locos because they were so,
So
bad.
bad.
So I can't drink a Four Loko anymore just because I don't.
Yeah.
Maybe we used to be different breeds.
No, I think you just like. Well, also when you're younger, you don't like the taste of alcohol really as much. Like.
Well, you don't understand. I feel like you don't understand alcohol or how it's supposed to taste. So you're like, oh, it all tastes like
It
shit.
all tastes terrible. So you're like, whatever, like, this will get me fucked up.
And it does.
And, like, I used to drink one of these and I was like, acid. Like, and now it's like, I can drink it with dinner if I
Yeah.
wanted. But I don't worry. But, I was telling, I think I told Mike about this. In high school, I used to, like, my go-to was sour apple pucker. And it's, like, green apple.
I've never
Oh,
heard
yeah.
of that.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys haven't, like, that
I,
was, like, our
I
go-to.
know what it is, but I wouldn't drink it.
I have a picture of me on my junior birthday. My friends got me a bottle of watermelon green apple, and I was like, best day ever. And I would just take the bottle and just chug it the whole night. And it's not that strong, like maybe like, I don't know, 20% or something. And my freshman year of college, I was like, I'm gonna throw it back and try a bottle. I literally take 3. I'm at a tailgate. I take 3 like shots. I go throw up immediately. My new boyfriend, his mom is there. She's watching me. I'm like,
Oh.
sorry, Derby. Sorry to see that. She goes, it's hilarious. I'm like, okay, glad you did so.
Puking.
Yeah. I'm like, whatever, but it's been a
Meg,
lot of
do
good
you
drunk
have-
stories.
Any other?
I don't have anything crazy. I just would get fucked up off my ass off them, and they were like $4, so they could scramble together like $4 and be like, here, go get me.
Here,
$4.
go.
Honestly, to spend $4 and get fucked up, like, that's like a dream. right
Yeah,
now.
that's why I would drink them, because it was like, it's cheap, it gets the job done,
A
that's all I
distant
need.
memory.
I just want to be back in the age of when they had the original 4 logo with like caffeine in it.
Oh, yeah.
No way. I did not know about that.
It's illegal
Like
to make it now.
it's illegal. Like they're literally illegal.
What the fuck?
So-
If you're not even supposed to drink vodka Red Bulls, like caffeine and alcohol is like horrible for you. We still do it.
I do drink those sometimes, but I don't
Still
even.
do it.
I can't
Like
drink
it,
Vodka
so-
Red Bull anymore.
I don't even really like.
I like,
taste of Red Bull, so.
Well, PBR got rid of their White Monster, but last
that
summer,
was always really good.
last summer, Zach put me and Cassie on because one, he would pour half of it with vodka, half of it with White Monster. She wouldn't taste the vodka, and it would get you fucked up. You'd be ready to party. You'd be ready to go.
You did do
amazing.
good with those.
This is
I can't
a really
confess.
good hack that I've actually started drinking these. Doing rum and the tropical Red Bulls because they're like
Ooh, yeah.
they're really good. I don't like the taste of Red Bull really, and I really fuck with those. And I've been doing that lately. Blue Sherbet.
I have
That's what we have.
Blue Sherbet is great.
And then those two
Kenny
together.
Chesney's.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Because I accidentally said Malibu the other day at my bar, and they're like, "Idiot, we don't have Malibu, we have Blue Sherbet. You should know that." I'm like, "What the hell?" Like, people don't order from in bottle
No.
service.
True. Good point.
Like, people order vodka and you fucked up. So, yeah, going off of that, so New Year's,
Yeah, it's New Year's tomorrow.
yeah, we're recording like kind of,
Well, yeah, you guys will see this Wednesday.
yeah. But did you guys have any New Year's resolutions this year or last year?
Last year, my New Year's resolution was to like be completely consistent with my skincare, and I was.
Oh, that's
And
impressive.
I
Nice.
hit it. So,
Nice.
as you can see, if you're watching
You're
the
glowing.
YouTube, I have no makeup on. So thanks.
And I'm caked up right now because my
You have to go to work.
my skincare routine isn't so good.
But this year, and I feel like I was just like working. Like my other goals were just to work on myself. And me this year.
You're very healed.
Yes, I'm very healed. I'm not a crazy fucking psycho bitch anymore. I mean, I can be when I
You
want
have
to be,
your
but it's
moments,
controlled. It's controlled. It's not like I'm bipolar and
Yeah.
shit anymore.
Yeah.
Now shit happens to me and I'm just chilling.
Where were you at the beginning of the year? You were living in Liberty. You were driving to work.
I was depressed about my ex still. Like bad. Okay, but like we were still seeing each other and it was bad.
Toxic.
Driving out here, taking me on dates, doing stupid shit. Wasn't good for the mental. I was also talking to a fuck ton of other people and not being nice to them at all.
Okay.
It was just more for entertainment. Now I am happily single and not trying to hurt anybody's feelings.
And now you're like, I feel like a lot happier with yourself now.
Yeah, I'm a lot happier with myself.
That's all that matters. Johnny, where were you?
For
at?
sure.
Were you still Arkansas?
I was still at Arkansas. Trying to figure out what was the next step, I guess.
And had you got your job yet? Did
I
you
had my job already.
And you knew
So
you
I
were
knew
going
I
to
was
Dallas?
moving to Dallas,
Okay.
but like I was also at the beginning of the year I was like really second guessing moving to Dallas because I wanted to come back to Kansas City and I didn't want to move away from everybody.
I feel like that's really hard, especially having Connor your whole life. Like,
yeah, it
the
was
thought
really hard.
splitting up, I feel like would be very hard.
It was really hard, but like.
But you need.
But then I said, nope, we're gonna follow through with it. Good opportunity, and
I feel like
here we are. And it's been
making
the best
a
decision ever.
to do something like life changing like that is so hard, but you've done it, and now
Yeah.
I'm envious of you. So,
Oh my gosh. Same.
like you look like you're having so much fun.
It is fun.
Inspire me and I'm gonna move to Dallas.
Oh my gosh. No, I'm being dead serious. Like, maybe a year from now, you guys will see us in the pod living in Dallas.
That'd be fun.
But
Be good content.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I always make a New Year's resolution and never go
stick
with
to
it.
it.
Like I'm one of those people.
I
This
mean,
year-
mine's been biting my nails for like 10 years, and I still haven't stopped. So maybe this year will be the year.
2023 is for you. No more biting the nails.
Yeah, my nail girl says the same thing every week I go in. She's like, "Stop biting your nails." I'm like, "I can't." And that's why I
I don't
get
know
my
what
nails
mine is
done.
this year. Probably something like fitness related. I just want to get. I need to like find something that I like.
Love.
Something more of like a hobby, but that it also relates to fitness, like maybe Pilates or yoga
Or maybe you get a powerlifting.
I am not a power.
I don't see Megan doing that.
Yeah,
I don't either.
Also, like when they like pee, it's like really weird.
Huh?
We had a coworker. I'm gonna talk about it. When me and Abby worked together, we have a coworker. She was a power lifter.
I don't
All
think powerlifting
power-
that way.
All power to her. She's a badass. I'm not dogging her powerlifting, but she was posting videos of her powerlifting and
peeing.
her peeing on the mat. She would
Like
just be
because she
peeing.
was lifting so much weight,
That
you
you
just
pee.
like push.
Yes, and like
That
girls will pee themselves,
It's
and like
so strange. to me.
she was like, that's why they have sprays because you like your body fluids. It's like normal, and I was like, I'm sure I know it is in the powerlifting and like community.
we
it's
just
normal.
don't understand it.
But to me, seeing that on my like For You page while I'm scrolling through Instagram and I'm watching you piss on the floor, I don't really want that. That's just not something I want to be seeing.
I'm
I'm happy that you hit your PR. I'm so proud of you for hitting your PR, but just don't post a video of you peeing on the mat.
Yeah, I did have to unfollow her because I was just like,
I had
it's
to
just
also. I
A lot. It's
I
a
couldn't.
lot to watch, and I like to keep it a little more just normal.
Yeah, that's kind of that's scary.
Well, should I show him live on the pod?
Yeah, but we can't put it on there.
I'm not gonna show. Yeah, no, I'm not.
But so
Good video.
I think my New Year's resolutions are just like I want to be more consistent with like working out. I'm joining a gym.
Are you going to Chiefs Fit?
I'm gonna go to Flex Fitness,
Where's that?
North Casey. It's kind of like a hardo gym, but I like it. It's like it reminds me of like a garage gym.
Oh, Abby, we've seen your videos. You get into the heart of gym action sometimes.
I just
We've seen it.
I want people who don't judge me. Those people seem cool.
Yeah.
When did Zach get that many followers on Instagram?
I have no idea. We'll have to text him about it. Our coworker, he has 50K followers.
Yeah, what?
That's insane.
Has he always?
No, I met that guy at your birthday. On
Yeah,
the
he was
bus.
at my birthday
he's
party.
cool as fuck.
Love him.
But I just want to like stick to a routine. I make a lot of routines and I stop doing a lot of routines. So that's just kind of it. And hopefully I'm just as happy
She
a
does
year
a little
from
bit
now.
in this. Look at the mat right there.
It's just weird to watch.
See, like, if I'm watching this video,
Okay,
I would
there's-
have never
There's
noticed
no.
that
Okay,
happening.
there's
worse
one.
ones.
There's some where it's just like, ew.
Yeah.
As someone watching a workout video, I'm not looking at the mat. Like,
Yeah, I
I'm
think
watching them lift.
Yeah.
I don't
So,
watch
like,
videos
I didn't
like that
even
either.
notice that. Like,
I'm not really huge on like I don't really care to watch people like lift.
and I
Heavy
would have
things-
thought that was sweat. Like, too. Like, I didn't notice anything on the
I
ground.
don't
until
think
you
it's
pointed-
on here anymore. I think
No.
she deleted it.
Probably because you bullied her.
I never said
No, I'm just
anything.
kidding.
I did not. I don't bully anybody.
I'm just kidding.
I only bully the men that I've past dated on this podcast.
Yeah, unfortunately. Luckily, no one I like right now listens to it, so I can say what the fuck I want.
Even if they do listen, one, hey, I love my fans, and two, probably deserved it. And if you didn't, leave something in the comments and I'll respond.
I forgot to tell you about this. The guy who you saw out at the bar with the other girl
Yes.
comes into PBR, bleep that, into my work, like 2 weeks ago, and he was like, "Oh, you're making me miss it. Like, we're gonna have to like hang out again." And I was like, And I straight up was like, "You're a tool, and you think you're God's gift to this fucking earth?" And he goes, "I'm not." I go, "No." I'm like,
I'm not.
That is a douchebag right there.
Yeah, and I was like,
Sorry, he's not cute enough to have an ego like that.
No, and I was like, you seriously
Or
need
even,
to
like-
like humble yourself. I was like, I'm surprised you fucking fit through the doorway. Your head's so goddamn big. I was like, you seriously need to like. come
Sorry,
to
he's
earth.
kind of boring too. So like,
He just had a big dick, so he really lets it go to his head. Unfortunately.
okay, we can either
I
we
think
have one last segment. We can either play the game,
Okay.
or I can do the Christian story, or I can say
I
the
feel like we
Christian
can.
story.
Let's say that.
We'll save it. We're gonna
Are you
play a
good
game.
with that, Ben?
I think one of the best things too about listening to you guys' podcast is that I get to follow along with y'all's stories
Our,
and
like,
not
dating
being
stories?
here. Yeah.
Oh, so
Not
you
being
Oh
here.
my gosh.
like, It's
Okay.
so fun to listen to y'all in your
adventures.
dating world adventures.
Okay, well.
It's funny.
I
But also
am
at the good
going-
time.
Oh, I'm going
maybe
on.
good
I am
advice.
going on a date next week.
What?
Okay.
No,
Okay.
he's cute. He has his own clothing company.
Wait.
You don't think that's a red flag?
No, I think that is sexy.
Meg
as
loves
fuck.
artsy men. We very much differ on who we're attracted to.
He's not my type at all, but I'm trying to like put myself out
I'm like
there.
in
And how'd you
love.
meet this guy?
Instagram.
Just fought.
He
Randomly found each
he
other
started
on
DMing me
Instagram.
on Instagram because he wants me to wear his clothes, and then we just started
Oh,
talking.
interesting.
And his clothing line is like,
He's cute.
yeah, he's cute. He has good style.
He's very artsy, which is how Meg is.
Yeah.
And
First date, we'll see. I'll update you guys next week on how it goes.
no, I like want like a full on cowboy. I want you wearing a cowboy hat while we have sex. Like,
No, I'm
that's-
like,
And that's why Abby, you need to move to Texas.
I want
it is like
that
I'm
is
literally
why you
like
need
that
to
is where my
Texas.
husband is waiting for me, and
we're buying each other sneakers for every holiday. I can wear the same clothes that you wear.
I
I'm
don't-
gonna steal your hoodies out of your closet.
well, yeah, I mean, I want that stuff, but
Yeah, but like in a streetwear aspect. You are more like, oh, give me your Carhartt, babe.
oh my god, that would be like, I would be like, oh, I love this when I take this.
And I'm
No.
like, no, I don't want the car. I mean, I wear a
Whenever
Carhartt.
like my like guy best friend, he's like, I bought these new jeans. I'm like, those look, and they're like Wrangler jeans. Like, they're so hot.
Yeah, no. I want a boy I can play dress up.
You're
with.
like, no.
or like, let's go thrifting.
One time we talked about it, and she's like, I want a guy who paints his nails, and I'm like, I would literally throw up if a man had his nails painted,
I think it is
Shouldn't
so
do that.
sexy when a man
or if he has his
Can
ears pierced, it freaks me out.
channel
half the
his
time.
inner
Occasionally.
femininity, but also be masculine and walk around with his nails painted.
Yeah, I think we just have
You go
different
for that.
attractions on that.
You do that, Megan.
Yeah.
I'll paint
But,
them for you, babe.
Yeah, I don't really have any dating updates as far as that. I don't know if I should say what I told you.
No.
Yeah, okay, I'll tell you after the pod. It's just a little too deep and personal, and someone who listens could also know that person.
Give tonight a porn title. The best answer gives out 3 drinks. We'll go first. A group of hotties open my box and play with it.
What?
Wait. That was your porn title?
This is the example I gave.
Oh.
We each give a porn title
For the night we're about to have tonight?
tonight. I'm going.
All around the town.
Well, I work, so sexy coworkers fucking back.
I was like getting freaky in the work closet for you.
Oh, that's funny. That's not gonna happen, but it's kind of funny.